Recording in progress.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. Hi, Yang Xiang, can you turn on your camera?
Okay.
Thank you. I was just telling that Uncle Raymond got COVID positive on the 25th of January, but I will recover. Okay, fully recover. So it's good that sometimes, in fact, there are people who prefer to get positive. And then for the 180 days, you don't need to do ART. But again, that doesn't mean to be good. You must still have to take care of social responsibility and your health and put on mask. Okay. Let's go for the lesson. Later, we'll go through with Jia Ling and Bei Kun's homework and discussions. I think thanks to Jia Ling, I bring out a very good topic for SPQ later. We can discuss more. So today's is the new month. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to do a harmonization and hybridizations for this topic, but we're going to add on later on from Bei Kun's as well as Jia Ling's homework. Okay, let's move on. I think you got your this lesson plan beforehand. So I think thanks to Bei Kun, he has done this homework already. Then we're going to go through later on. So I'd like to bring out for this answer here, my answer for Singapore in the next 50 years to 2050. There are total 10 of it. But I want you guys to tell me, okay, based on all these 10, which one do you think is close to your heart? Which one, if you are the Prime Ministers of Singapore, which one do you think is close to your heart? Is it an information or is it more elderly citizens who need medical service? Okay, let's start 1 to 10. What do you think, Chelsea? This is going to be not just now for the time being, but it's going to be the future impact to the society of Singapore. Okay, not just for your social study, right? But it also impact in the past, not so much, but now because we are developed countries. So which one, if you are the Prime Minister of Singapore in the future or a leader, which one do you think, take out of 10, choose 2, which one do you think is the most important to Singapore? Kansha?
Yeah.
Okay.
I most important. Feel that I have 2 lah. I have 1 and 6.
One is okay. IT.
IT and
housing issue. Very good. You are talking of the Marshall theory already, Yang Xiang. One of the Marshall theory is the basic need that is need a shelter. 每个人都有一个家嘛，对不对 ？Correct now. In fact, the old syllabus of social study talk about housing and housing is so important in Northern Ireland and also in Sri Lanka. In fact, in every country please come on, right? Housing 没有家怎么办，对不对 ？Recently, I watched a TikTok. Was it TikTok? One of the uncle very bad, no? Somebody sent something to me. Is it just me or I can't hear just for? Can you hear me? But Zhao Xuan cannot hear me.
Can hear.
Wait, Zhao Xuan say cannot hear me. Wait, he say cannot. Yeah, you need to return. So why do you choose 1 to 6, Yang Xiang?
Cause nowadays, IT is
write down because this is your point. It will help you in your essays on your essay. Write down.
Okay. It's because IT includes AI all this or that, and it's slowly taking over the world right now lah. So and also not only is it replacing our jobs, we are also creating like more things with IT, like with the coding, all this or that. So and then now also everything is moving online. Even now like all the battles are fought online. So and 6 housing because nowadays the cost of living is going up, and naturally the price of the houses are also like surging slowly.
I think you hit the bottom line is that housing is because the population Singapore want to grow to 7.9 or 7 million or is it 7.9 million? Now presently we have 6.9, so you want to grow 1 more million. So with this 1 more million, we got to build more housings. It's no point to have many populations, many people, but you cannot house them, and then end up there is no shelter for them. You know, Yang San, they remind me recently. I would look a lot. TikTok sometimes is only one-sided, So, but then I do my research that now the Americans, a lot of their cities a lot of homeless, You see. So now I'm not sure. Now y'all can't go back to China, right? Do you see this very often in the Beijing or in any city now? The past few years when you go back to your visit your parents, visit your grandparents, you see a lot of homeless sleeping along the streets. What happened to them? And then you see Hong Kong also, yeah.
There are less and less people sleeping on the road.
So the government is doing the right thing, huh? Just now my mom was watching CNA, India. You know what happened? The father died of COVID, so the poor daughter, sorry, I would stand up. I cannot sit down. So the poor daughter, the 女儿, have to give up her study and middle of the night have to go and steal coal, 偷那个矿，那个煤矿 just to survive. You see? And then their housing is so run down and things like that. When they were caught by the police officer, she told the police officer, I need money. Listen, I need money to buy food to eat. You know what the officer said to him, Pei Kun? Say to her, whether you eat or not, it's not my business. The policeman said that to her like that. So you can see the society has turned upside down. Very sad. Very sad. Is this the way? Thank you, Yang Xiang. Houston, Jialing.
9.
9 and write down what you have said just now, Yang Xiang. Very good, Write down, 9 and what? Zhao Xuan, can you hear me? Zhao Xuan? Zhao Xuan can hear me? Please turn on your camera as well as Xing Chen. Don't mind, I've been coughed, so don't let me keep repeating. Thanks. Yes?
2.
2, Oh, yeah, it's true. Write down, Jialing, very good. It is true, Singaporeans are getting more and more aging. So aging population is the very main concern, seriously. You remind me of Japan and China also, right? Remember China now, last time was a baby boomer, and as a result, now because of one child policy, right? You all should know, now the government in China allowed to have 2. Some of them, my students say, 会不会太迟现在那个政府改革 we are here not to criticize people's governments or here. We are just only sharing opinion. In my opinions, I think the governments in China are doing the right thing. Okay, sorry, Zhao Xuan. Being prejudiced, my own view. I would like to see more Chinese on the surface of the earth. Okay, Pei Kun, don't look at me like, okay, right. You realize that every 5 humans on earth, 1 of them is Chinese. Okay, we are not just talking about China 1.4 billion. We are talking about other Chinese around the world. Okay, so very sensitive. If you ask me, like what Jialing is saying, the aging population's medicals increase. Who are going to pay for these medical bills? You see, are we going to build more old folks' home to take care of these elderlies? You're right, Jialing. Okay, this will come out in future. So seriously, seriously, you ask yourself, how many children will you want to give birth? 1, 2, not like your grandparents' time. You can have 3 to until 12 or 13 children. Okay, that's a different era already. So yes, that's where later Jialing will talk about your maze, the medical. So 你懂了这几天我看到你的那个笔记我日夜茶饭不思整天在看那个 maze 怎么 answer 那个 question. No, seriously, it's not sarcastic, Jialing, but it's very interesting. Okay, it really something to motivate me. Because I told you, right, for the past 1 week ago, I got COVID-19, right? So the 7-day lockdown was really bad. Okay, so you choose number 9, very true, Jianing. I will love you, man. Because Uncle Raymond is in this business, right? And sorry to say, not you. Okay, Chelsea, do you agree not? If the country, like, China is very near to Gobi Desert, and I think of this sandstorm, right, in Beijing, right, most of the time. And then same here in Thailand, in Philippines, in Indonesia, in Malaysia, as well a bit of Singapore. As a small country, we are doing our parts to make countries more sustainability by taking care of the environments, taking care of the health of the people. As you know, right, Zhao Xuan, a few years ago before COVID, our neighboring country, Indonesia, right, they like to burn and cut down and slash trees and then the haze. So how are we going to have eco-friendly? Yes, it is true. And this eco-friendly is going to be in line and right now, Jialing and Yang Xiang. The sustainability will in line with IT number 1. Okay, very good. Thank you. Zhao Xuan, which one will you choose? Are you able to unmute your mic and tell me why?
No, I have no voice today.
Oh, you cough also? You got COVID? No lah.
Yeah, no, but I can't speak too well today.
2 and 5. Okay, fair enough. 2 is the more the elderly citizen, which is also which is also I think I better switch off my fan. The moment the fan blow me, I cannot. Okay, that's very hot, but no choice. Okay, let's talk about number 5. But education will be a paramount important. Yeah, it is very true, very true. Okay, your next generations are going to use this kind of AIs and robotics and all these things to ensure the success of your competition, to ensure the success of your future generations to compete with the world theater, the world stage, which is global. And it is true that Singapore has invested a lot of money. I think you all know, right? You all got the pad, iPad, right? Got it, right? So what does this pad help you? Does it really help you to make your study better, not Chelsea?
Kind of depends on how you use it. If you can use it like properly, then you'll be able to use it to improve your studies. For example, right, like the iPad makes note taking much easier because everything is just put together. But if you're gonna just abuse it and like keep on just surfing the net when the teacher is teaching, it will impact your studies.
But I heard you all cannot surf the net, right? You're being restricted.
It's restricted to a certain extent.
Oh, okay. All right. So Zhao Xuan, thank you. That you choose the in fact, education is important for the younger generation. I need to stand up. Chelsea, your turn.
I feel 6 and 7.
Okay, housing issue also. Job, yeah.
Like providing the senior citizens with jobs, meaning that they have a stable income for themselves, so we don't have to rely on like government grants, which comes from taxes from the working class, so that the working class would have like not have to bear the burden of those like midlife people who are unable to find the jobs in the future when eventually jobs become more education driven other than like labor driven, where people work as like jobs that require higher education than like merely
You know, okay, carry on. Sorry, I was coughing. Any more?
then like having these people have a stable job income will be able to relieve the burden of those that are, if not, they'll be paying for their expenses. Then for housing, once they have a stable house, a shelter to live in, they'll be able to spend their energy working and earning money for themselves. Like one example that comes to mind is actually just like you said already, America's homeless people, where they are one of the best solutions they use to tackle it is provide the homeless with a house, like shelter for people who are homeless for a really long time already. So provide them with this house, give them the resources that they need to be able to build up their life again, start like go work as a employee, and go be able to build up their life again and buy a new house so they can move into it.
You see, you remind me of Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Amazon Jeff Bezos, and Donald Trump, and so many billionaire in US. Agree not, children? 他们随便凑一点钱这样都可以造很多屋子造钱。You just not your head, agree not? They just build those houses, simple houses, right? With toiletry, bathings, canteen, for these homeless people to stay 对不对？他们讲到美国这么有钱为什么这些有钱人don't want to bring out all their monies and contribute to society? Talk so much, contribute society. I do. Why don't they build those houses for the homeless? And then the government sends so much money to buy weapons to go attack North Korea, to talk about how China it is. I'm not against Americans, sorry. Okay, I'm just bringing my point of views. Okay, what Donald Trump did last time was correct in certain parts. To build the countries first, his own people first. I totally agree. Okay, right. Americans need to go to war because of the World War I and II. If those students who are doing history, you understand why. So 美国是左右为难. So then say, Uncle Raymond, this political science, what got to do with social science? Very important. Because if a countries do not have a proper social fabric, the social fabric did not congeal together, the internal people will be very bad. Do you know this called 我刚刚看一个 TikTok 它叫做什么零付款 zero payment. The black people will go to the not racist. The black people will go to the shopping center. They'll take anything and walk out of the shopping mall. No need to pay a single cent, and they will not get caught. 被困 you find it very ridiculous, Yang Xiang. Okay, you know what they say? 是你欠我的. Well, think of it, quite true, right? Because the forefather 以前是 slave 嘛，对不对？ So 是你欠我的. And then the joke is, certain part of US, you go and find out, I'm not sure it's true. Certain part of US, if the blacks steal something that is below $1,000, you take it as nothing. So they already know what to take that is less than $1,000 and they'll not get caught and sent to prison. Is this a society that we're going to live on? You see, 他的前世的 sorry, their ancestor what they did wrong, now their predecessor have the next generation the next generation have to pay back their debts. So to say two things, Jiao Sing, one of them, my friends most of them who are now not in Singapore or sometimes complain, Jiao Sing, you remind me of this story, a true story. Say, wow, you see, when people come to Singapore, you see the old people, auntie, uncle, have to mop the table, collect cupboards, do cleanings. How come other countries, they don't need to do anything there? They can relax and go for cruise and then holidays. In Singapore, the old auntie, uncle, 要做牛做马，60多岁、70岁还是要做工。No one force them to work. But those American people or Europe people or whoever, other countries, okay, they don't need to work because when they were young, that time working, they have to pay high taxes to the government. So now is to tell the government, I pay so much to you, it's time for you to take care of me. Right? Agreed, But in Singapore, it's different. Recently, I just got a message from my very good friend. So I asked him, hey, when you want to start to do a business in Singapore? The first thing he said, don't want, Singapore very stressed. I intend to migrate to Australia. 请问在世间请问all of you agree now, which country no stress? Yang Xiang. Every country also got stress, right? It's very funny, he says Singapore very stressed. Then I replied, not sarcastically to him, oh, So you mean other country no stress? 对吗？但是我 Singapore very stress everything expensive。我有叫你驾 Ferrari 咩？我有叫你住 landed property 吗？我有叫你去每天吃鼎泰丰吗？ Correct not, children? It's just because the kids are not local, okay, foreigners. You have to learn mother tongue and other things. I mean, anyway, his brother is actually my ex-student, and his brother now is in US, in California. Okay, so then again, I agree with you, Xiao Xing. The aging population is really in fact, with so many out of these 10, I haven't asked Pei Kun and Xing Chen, but the most important one I find it is the aging population. 最头痛，真的 aging population 最头痛。It's not in Singapore. You look around, please do some research. In Japan, take note. In Japan, and now in China is one of them. Hong Kong is one of them. Which country? Taiwan, maybe yes. And then in some of the Europe countries. Okay, so back to you, Pei Kun, which one will you choose? Xing Chen, next will be you, Xing Chen.
I will choose 2 and 9.
Oh, okay. So same as Jia Ling, right? If I'm not mistaken. Why?
For the 2 is because like we will have like more like aging population, because there is more citizens in Singapore, so there will definitely be more elderlies. Yeah.
Okay. And 9?
And for 9 is because like there's a lot of waste in the environment, and it also like contribute to like the health of the people. And
Yes, it's true. Especially if you have a polluted cities like Singapore like that, or in New York, or in India, in Madras or Calcutta, or in Bangkok, or in Jakarta, in Kuala Lumpur, whatever, or even in Beijing. Before the Olympic Games, I went there. I tell you, it was quite polluted. And cut down the pollution. That was in the year 2005, I think, or 6. Yeah, carry on.
and also because like it's very hard to find another planet like
Sorry.
like because like people are polluting the planet, and like this is one of the only planets that humans can inhabit.
I think humans, what you say? Human?
Human can live in.
I think it's not just only Singapore. I think this one have to work hand in hand in a global context, where every country have to play a very important part. So I think if you ask me the most highly emissions, a lot of people are finger pointing, say China and Russia. But US will say cutting, but US also has, US are big countries, and India also very bad. Okay, for the pollution for India, or even in Pakistan. Canada not so bad, I think, I heard. And then some European countries has go to eco-friendly. I think the Europe countries are much better, like Norway, Sweden, Luxembourg, Denmark, and Finland, if I'm not mistaken. Italy are coming up, and France is still not so in the process. So why all these are important? Because sustainability is, you can have everything, but if the environment is not clean, you do not have a healthy citizens. It's very hard to work. So this is one of the reasons. Thank you. Xing Chen is up already. Okay. So I don't want to waste too much time. It's just going to move on. Okay, now this is the one key driving force in globalization. This is how, children, please take note. I think I sent to all of you, right? So remember, development in transport. Okay. Oh, Xing Chen is in maybe. Xing Chen. Last one for you. Xing Chen, can you tell me which 2 points are important to you? never mind. Okay, let's move on to development in transport. Can I have Jialin to read countries? So first you have to use the elaboration, which is not really the DEERL, but just give you ideas. You need not have to write a lot, but at least the main 重点, okay? Jialin?
Countries have built efficient and integrated transportation infrastructure, such as airports, railways, and highways to facilitate this movement. Major improvements in transportation technology in the 19th century included the invention of the railway and steamships. In the 20th century, the commercial jet aircraft, large ocean-going vessels, and containerization greatly increased the movements of goods and people from one place to another.
The containers, which is the one in the Tanjong Pagar and the ports there, where they bring the container to move things from one place to another place in a very convenient way through, of course, the ship transportations or air cargo and sea cargo and land cargo. So these transportations bring goods, especially, like now Chinese New Year, right? You can bring a lot of the Mandarin orange from maybe from Pakistan, from China, from India also have, or from Japan, Korea. Now, you see, Singapore do not have all these natural resources. Okay, and guess what? And most of the time, Singapore have to use very high price to buy these Mandarin oranges here to sustain the people here to use the Mandarin oranges to buy in, right? So this is one way that transport is very important. What happened if we do not have these good transportations with the IT technology implemented in this transportation? What will happen? Goods and services will not be delivered on times. The goods will be expire. Okay, they will spoil, things like that. So yep, that's on the elaboration type. Back to you, Yang Xiang.
Oh, where? Which one?
Task.
Thus, it has shrunk the world in terms of time taken to get from one place to another.
Write down, please. Can you write down this sentence? It's very important. It shrunk. 他把那个时间缩短，他把那个旅程缩短。Now you understand why William Farquhar and Sir Stamford Raffles came to Singapore. And then when they're opening up of the Suez Canal, right? All this is, you see, from 200 years ago when Sir Stamford Raffles found Singapore, it's all about trading. But trading got to do with transportation. Okay, it shrunk the world. In fact, because of this, have you heard of the Panama Canal? Zhao Xuan, have you heard of Panama Canal? That one you see, is really the cut one there. There's this in the whole world, there are two. Actually, they are doing the third one. No? The Thailand and Malaysia, they want to cut the canal. No? So imagine, Jialin, if Thailand and Malaysia were to cut the canal, okay, Singapore 完蛋了。Sure 一定完蛋吗？难道你要从那边向下来再上去吗？还是要从上面台来直接上去呀？对不对？ But so far they cannot agree to the terms and conditions. I won't be surprised maybe 50 years down the road they're allowed to. But don't forget, if Thailand and Malaysia were to cut the canal, it's going to be a very big, major, huge, gigantic project. The problem is who is going to come up with the cost? Do they have the expertise? Okay, expertise, don't worry lah. The thing is what, no, 被困，他们最怕就是海盗 pirates. The pirates one, that's the thing. But because of the Suez Canal, is controlled by Egypt. You see, 自己的国家吗 ？Then Panama Canal 就是在巴拿马，对吗？巴拿马自己的国家。现在你是泰国被困，我是 Malaysia， 我已经指来指去，哎 ，it's your problem， no it's your problem，it's your part， 这怎么分 ？Scissors paper stone doesn't make sense 对不对所以他们，如果你连这点都不可以和解。 You cannot agree and negotiate and compromise to each other and make agreement, then you don't need to cut the canal already. Right? So you cannot shun the whole process. Carry on. Yang Xiang? Containerization.
Containerization has reduced the time and cost of moving goods over long distances. It has greatly simplified the transfer of goods from one mode of transportation to another and increases the movement of people and goods from one country to another. In this way, the world becomes interconnected, which makes globalization possible.
I'm not sure about you. If I were you, I would definitely want this paragraph to be so important for conclusion. Okay, I will want this paragraph to be my conclusion. Okay, I leave it to you whether you want to copy, you want to take a pictures, or you just leave it as it is. I leave it to you. But this paragraph is very important because after explaining, after giving example, it's fine to put my conclusion to tell you why it is so, why these transportations have minimized the time spans, has maximized the potentials of transportations, have utilized the possibility of IT technology to bring the goods and services. Remember, minimize, maximize, and utilize. Right now, okay? Now remember, now your SS, you are set for, you are supposed to be better than your classmate. I say first, classmate first. Okay, thank you for the transportation. Xing Chen, are you ready? Xing Chen, are you there? Xiaoxing?
Yeah.
Xing Chen, can you tell me which are the 2 points just now? Then these two, which two will you choose to be the most important if you are the Prime Minister of Singapore? From 1 to 10. Have you selected? 赵璇9点的时候叫我提醒我Okay, I want to stop at 9 o'clock to share other thing. Thanks, Zhao Xuan. Yes, Xing Chen, which one? On the screen 1 to 10, which one do you think is the 2 most important to you for Singapore?
2 and 9.
2 and 9. Oh, a lot. Okay, why is it so, sir? Why is it 2 and 9?
I feel that with a aging population, the medical services may start costing a lot more since Singapore's birth rate isn't very high compared to its death rate.
Carry on.
So it might end up being a bit more difficult to afford with the current system.
Carry on. Very good. It reminds me of before you continue Xing Chen and the rest. Right now, it reminds me of people's instead of the healthcare people have to educate them, have to train this group of special people to take care of this aging population. Well said. Because yesterday, was it yesterday? Yesterday, Saturday. Yesterday morning, I attended Professor Chua from Khoo Teck Puat, as well as my MP, Miss Carrie Tan. We are talking about the mental well-being. And one of the things is that we are talking about the aging population, that these people guys, about dementia, about people, dementia, right? 老人痴呆症, and then about old aging people who are getting health problems. So they are asking for volunteer right now. They're asking for volunteer for a helping hand to take care of this because there are not enough of healthcare workers. I think, sorry to say, children, no bias. Pei Kun, you agree that sometimes if you go to polyclinic just for checkup, or you just go to the hospital for visiting, whatever, you definitely out of 10 nurses, there will be nurses like, hello, sir, may I help you? where can I wait to do for you? Then you laugh, right? It's mostly for Philippines, right? Yang Xiang, correct? The way they talk, hello, mister, can I help you, please? You know, right? In fact, a lot of Filipinos are trained to be nurses. And Singapore nurses are well sought after from other countries. So you see brain drain again. So what Xing Chen say is true, no? If we have more aging people and the rest of you saying, that means are we going to allocate certain X percentage of budgets, a group of people to take care of old folks people, where we can use this 人才, these people and resources for better use, like in number 4, number 3. Surprisingly, nobody talk about number 3 and number 4. Okay, and number 8 also don't have, and number 10 also don't have. Seriously, you realize number 10 is also very important. Guys, I think these are the 10 so far for my past 10 years of teaching, 10 years I think. I started in 2005, I think. Wow, I think 15 years already. Can't remember, more than 10 years. So take note of these 10 points or write down somewhere. Because these 10 points is not only affect your social study, but you also can use it for your essay writing, especially when you're going for A levels. This question will be inevitably always appearing the same. All right. If you are doing political science, social science, finance, business, psychologies, physiologies, all these will definitely come out. Okay. I bet you. Okay. Thank you so much. Xing Chen, carry on. Why you choose number 9? Number 9. Sustainability. Yes? Why is number 9 important to you? Yes? Xing Chen? Oh, she's gone. Okay. All right. So let's move on. I understand his agony. So that day, when I was locked up in my room during my COVID-19 positive, I was being isolated in my room and my Wi-Fi, was very bad. Okay, let's go for next one. Development in communications.
Recording.
Okay, Xing Chen, are you ready to talk about your number 9? If not, I move on. Xing Chen.
Can I talk about it later?
There, number 9. Can we talk? Why do you choose number 9? Yes.
Since Singapore is a fairly small nation and it's surrounded on all sides by water, any increase in water levels will have a higher impact on Singapore than on most countries.
Very good. Some more? You remind me of Venice. You know Venice? I heard they are sinking because of this global warming issue. Yeah. Any more? Xing Chen? It might, because of a high level increase of the water level, it might cause flooding to Singapore, right? And it's not a good sign. Once it's flooded, it's affect the whole transportations. Any more, Xing Chen, before I move on?
No.
Okay, thank you. So good point, there's all of you. So okay, before I summarize and end up, you realize most of us choose number 2, right? Xiaoxing. So you can see, most of us are not all. You realize most of us, I think more than out of 2, 4, 6, 7 of us here, we agree that number 2 is the most serious impact to any country. So in order to address and to arrest this problem, I suggest that we have to look into the 5M, how to manage these people, how to motivate people to help these elderly and how to spend the right amount of money into it. And later we will talk about it, Jialing, okay, in your this space. And the third, and the material we use. Are we going to develop more wheelchair, more toilets friendly products for elderly, more pampers for adult, things like that? No, some people are bedridden, right? Then how? How are they going to change a pamper? They cannot change by themselves. So is there a method that, I was thinking, is there a possible method that when the pamper is wet, they can automatically take up the pamper and then replace another one without the help of a helper or anyone? Get me now? That's the thing. Some old people might be very embarrassed to get someone to change my paise, right? So good point. So back to you, Chelsea. Can you read to the class, please? For this one here, we talk about communications, the developments of communications. Satellite, thank you.
Satellite technology has made it possible for a message to be transmitted from one location to another of the world almost instantly, almost simultaneously. Optical fiber systems such as telephone, electronic mail, and fax and videos conferencing have very large carrying capacity, and they are able to transmit information at very high speeds. The invention of advanced communication technology, such as the internet, has enabled consumers to gather information about new products and places.
Please take note of this one. Okay, this is very important. This is the most important, we call it the paradigm shift from writing the letter. Wait. Before writing a letter, 佩坤，飞鸽传书，你懂吗？飞鸽 the pigeon. So when the pigeon do not arrive, that means got what? Virus. 那个 pigeon 中 virus 掉。So it's true, right? Email got virus 嘛，对吗？如果那个 pigeon don't arrive to the place, that means it's a spam mail. Pigeon 跑掉了，还是那个 pigeon 被人家拿掉，然后换那个字条，对不对？你看，古代已经有 email spam 跟 email virus 了。So 自古以来都有这样的 okay, from old email to now the present email that we have. So, but these emails or even the gathered informations are important because it's we have to do in the nick of time to nick the bug in order to make sure that because of technology, things are moving so supersonic fast that we cannot have a time to like rest for a while, and the information must be so fast that you are make a split-second decisions. If the decision is made wrongly, the whole entire company might collapse due to your wrong decision making. The information did not come on the right time. And especially, it's very important. We know recently was a few years ago about this tsunami, right, in Japan, where they got the information, was it late or fast, that they're able to save a group of people to go out to the higher ground. Okay, that is whereas 100 years ago when the tsunami come, that's it, you wait to die already. There's no early warning sickness. So these inventions of communications are so important, and this can help you in your essay writing. Thank you, Chelsea. Back to you, Yang Xiang. No, Zhao Xuan's not feeling well. Xing Chen, can you read to the class, please? Hands. You see the word hands? So Yang Xiang, take note, magic word hands, task, therefore, very, very useful. Xing Chen, carry on, please.
Hence, advances in communications have made globalization possible as it enables knowledge and ideas to be shared by people across the globe.
Write down this sentence, man. Write down this sentence, okay? If you can write down, take a pictures. Since you have print out the lesson plan, this picture is very important. Share by the people across the globe. Very good example, children. Xiaoxing and Yang Xiang, you agree? We are talking about the COVID-19, right? True. Once they find the vaccination, they find the way of how to cure the people, they start to share around the whole world. And the vaccination, the COVID share around. Now, got Pfizer got come with pills. The pills, you can eat the pills, then I think you can cure the virus. And Singapore, I think, is the first country to approve the Pfizer with pills. You see, sharing of information is very important. Okay. Xing Chen, in this case,
In this case, improvements in technology have also made communications among people in different locations faster and more convenient. Therefore, it enabled consumers to access information about new products and places more conveniently and efficiently.
Okay, so write down these two words. Communication make it more convenient, more efficient, and more effective for people. So don't tell me now you do not have no words to select for writing this essay. Okay, already given you this passage. Very short, right, Yang Xiang? You see? Oh, not very long one. Okay, right? Yeah. Carry on. I haven't finished yet. Advancement. Advance.
Advances in communication technology allow transnational corporations to coordinate and control their worldwide activity easily.
Okay, so transnational corporation. We are talking about multinational company able to control and coordinate. The word control means is to prevent, like pirates, is to prevent from any communication being breakdown so that they can control, because sometimes these communications are very vital to a country's security. Correct now. So like for example, you know, right, Bei Kun and Yang Xiang, recently the OCBC, the scammers and all these things. So not only in Singapore, they might spread. You see, I heard one of the scammer who cons took away the money from the Singaporeans are from United Kingdom. See, across the board, it's such a big deal that, you know, we have to kind of manipulate and maneuver to ensure that there is a proper channel of communication. Right now, there is a proper channel of communication. That's why it's controlled. A proper channel of communication. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now we talk about the last part is the TMC. Okay, this is the one. So TNC, can we have Bei Kun? Transnational corporation.
TNCs are large global firms that operate in a number of countries and have production and service facilities outside the country of their origin. Some of examples of TNC include Microsoft Corporation and Toyota Motor. TNCs set up their operations in different locations around the world for a variety of reasons. Some of these reasons include sourcing for new markets and lowering cost of production.
Please write down, write down. If you are a businessman, Bei Kun, of course you want to find the cheapest, the manpower. You want to find the machines, material that is cheaper. So you have the lower cost and then you 薄利多销. 你听过这句话吗？薄利多销. You sell in a mass. That's natural for businessmen, correct or for any company. Unless you want to be a 大慈善家 volunteer. Even 大慈善家 volunteer, you also go for mass. So how to do mass? That means you have to keep your cost low. This is no rocket science. You keep your cost low, and then you want to see how your production good, and then it's the efficiency of your machines, and then your management, you choose the best brain to manufacture or to produce or come up a good plan for the company to expansion. Why? Carry on.
These worldwide operations are controlled and coordinated by the headquarters, which are located in the country of origin.
So when you are studying for any business, in my opinion, business, finance, business, law, commerce, common business, all this, you know that these are the things that you need to know, that there will be always a HQ, a headquarter, to control and manipulate and maneuver the 5M, the management, the manpower, the machines, the money, and the material. So just like take for example, your textbook will show you the Starbucks. Starbucks HQ is at Seattle, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Seattle? Gosh. So anyway, in Seattle, I think. So, but then it expand to like in Singapore. Now Singapore, the CEO is a Morgan, a lady. I'm not sure they changed or not. Okay, so why they get this lady might be from another country, but the manpower, you know, I know, right, is Singaporeans, right, who work in it, because we know the people well there. Can you imagine you get someone, all the manpower from US and come here? yes, maybe it can work, depends on your products, right? But you still need, the purpose of Singapore allowed Starbucks, Toyota, or even Walmart, not Walmart, Giant, Cold Storage, all these, or Takashimaya, is to allow employability for the locals, to create employment for the local. There's no point if you set up a company here and you employ all your people from the countries. No point. Okay. Yangxiang, transnational.
Transnational corporations play an important role in making globalization possible, as they are the ones which coordinate and control economic activities that span across the globe.
Okay, it is true. Without them, okay, that is where this point here, I have to emphasize our children. Please look, this point here referring to here, number 10. Okay. You see, Singapore do not have, you think Singapore got so many talent, man? All the professors who talk about COVID-19, all these, how many professors are there in Singapore? I think China, one county or one province, or US, one state, the professors is already equivalent to a professor. So we have to know that it is important to have foreign talents, okay? So some finishing here. Okay, our last paragraph. Therefore, you see magic word again.
Therefore, transnational corporations function like the global nerve systems that connect the world economies. In this way, they have made the world more interconnected and integrated.
Yeah, I like the word they use, function like the nerve system, write down. When you write this in your essay, it will be very interesting. It's like a nerve system that connect. It's true, Zhao Xuan. It's just like your brain, the nerve system connect to your spine, to movement, to feel the pain, the scariness, the urge to go toilet or not to go toilet, the urge to the adrenaline level, 对吗？ So the nerve system is just like a nerve system controlling. So right now, it's a very good word to use, nerve system that connect the world economies. I like that. Okay, so we have finished this. So this is a question asked, how far do you think? That was an old syllabus, 2009 syllabus. But I think it's quite appropriate, I use the word quite appropriate to use it, because theirs is 12 marks and lucky 赵璇，你们是8分他们是12分他们要写3个 point 的嘞。Now compare 1 or 2, so it's a lucky, that's the old syllabus. Now let's look at this one, the hybrid homogenizations and hybridizations. I think it's a very important topics, even though some of you have attended. I just managed to get this one up from one of the website. As you can see, that is a very small printout. I hope you all can see. Okay, increase access to and consumptions of goods and services. You see. Now, these cultures homogenizations, okay, take note, they will ask you a question like that. Whether is it cultures or is it food or is it what, which is important. Now, culture homogenization process by which locals are changed by foreign cultures to more and more similar assets. Is it good? May lead to foreign culture become more dominant. So is it good? That means from your old cultures replaced by this. This one is when both local and foreign are blend together. Very good example is the food. We got this nasi lemak, which is local flavor, but maybe we'll add in into a burger. Nasi lemak burger. Remember McDonald's? You know? Nasi lemak burger, right? So this is like something hybridization. Wait, uncle, why you tell me all these things food for what? Hey, I'm studying social study. Why you tell me food? Why culture? What got to do with it, man? Excuse me. You have to ask this kind of question, children. Right, Chelsea, what do you think? What's the purpose?
Food can be very integral to some cultures. For example, like Chinese culture, during Chinese New Year, you eat all the different kinds of food, like the pineapple tarts, the, what's it called? 肉干.
Stop it, they keep telling me I'm hungry. True,肉干。讲到肉干赵轩，这样我马来同胞他过年我送肉干给他好吗？可以吗？悲坤可以吗 ？hybrid 吧，对吗？你可以你欠扁肉干给马来人你欠扁你。哇，不要洋相 ，this guy
Tak halal lah, tak halal.
The best thing is 肉干哈啦 hey, hello, siao ah you, halal. But 不要忘记啊，八卦 can be halal. I'm not kidding you not lah. You know why? We change it to chicken or to duck. Nothing wrong, right? But then again, the flavor will be different from eating the 猪肉干，不一样，对吗？不一样的，你 know the 那个 meat frost 吗？你懂那个面包 bread dog 不是有 meat frost 那种哦？那种你看 very very sensitive. You see what Qiao Xin say is true. You bring back the authentic flavors, the nostalgic flavor 的那个古早味啊，对吗？那个古早味就是拿出你的家乡味道，那个风俗味道。我讲华语懂哦？Then 怎么 translate to English 呢？ Very simple. Right now, it's talking about the food. Is talk about value. Right now, value, the value, the traditional, and the culture, and the most important things, the I forgot values, traditions, culture, and the most important, to pass down the flavor passed down. That means you don't want to cut off that generations. 我问你啊 I believe 你们的奶奶一定有一个家传秘方的一道菜的，一定会有的。不管是我 that day 在写mark 作文的时候 I got one girl talk about beef noodles Then the grandma 哇，我跟你讲，我一mark 就想到流口水了。因为 for one time I went to one of my students' tuitions the grandma every time I go there the grandma will cook one very sumptuous and delicious beef noodle for me. Seriously. And the chili sauce, she made her own one, you see. So this is something that, food is important. Then you might ask, what got to do with social study? It is important because we are talking about human factors. We are talking about people come to Singapore because 美味食为天啊，美味食为天是吗？还是美食食为天？Okay, 9 o'clock thanks. Okay. All right. So you take note later on. Next lesson, we'll talk more about it. Okay. So harmonization as entertainment. Okay. This is culture. And then this is talking about entertainment. 最近很多 China drama, Korean drama, Hong Kong drama. Nobody is watching Singapore drama. Last time in the 80s, if I'm not wrong, they watched Japanese drama. 好像超级变变变，听过吗？ The Japanese is very cute one. It's like it's a very creative show. It's called 超级变变变 from Japan And now 还有一个是红白的这本红白 every before the New Year they will have this competition. The male and the female group complete. And one of the favorite song is you know Subaru the song so these guys always sing this song always got very good applause. So it's the entertainment my generation, but now they change to K-pop. Why got entertainment has such a great you see in fact we check Japan protests in front of Fuji television. Why? Okay, or K-drama, you see this one take note I will talk more about it later on, okay, because it's going to talk about urbanization of food, you see. So we got food, entertainments, and culture. Which one is the most serious impact to one society? And why is it important in social study? Please take and think deeper. Okay, we'll come back next week and tell us, I will ask you more. Why? To me, I think out of these three, I find it culture is more important than entertainment and food. Okay, just take note of that. So which is better, harmonization or Singapore? Okay, or this thing. So let's see how do we respond to the tension arising from some cultural impacts. Okay, this one will not talk. By right here we have three teams. So 2, 4, 6. So now a quick one. Team A. Who should I put it in? So you guys have to go back home. Work with the team as a homework. Okay, these are the three questions. So I choose okay, team leader. Not team leader, team. Is it okay? Is it okay for you all? The three of you can So Jialing, Zhao Xuan, and Xing Chen. Can you type to me who you want to join? Okay Ming Yi Xu Wei Tian, 谢谢. Very close very close. Okay. Because we're going to talk more, I think instead of I talking, why don't we use this kind of debate to come out your own answer and feel it, then we have a strong impact. Correct now? Then when you do your essay, you can, hey, that time I went through these competitions and this argument during Uncle Raymond lessons, it give me a better idea. Okay? Come on. Jialing, where you want? Is it okay, Chelsea, if I put you in culture? Can Yang Xiang, any violence objection if I put you in entertainment? Because you look like one good entertainment for me. Okay, Pei Kun, it looks to me like you like to eat a lot, so I put you in food. Just kidding. 快点呢，三位。Food
Oh, entertainment.
Jialing entertainment Jialing 你的声音是夜是吗？
Yeah.
杨香你的声音算啊
Wang.
Is this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So 星辰有是夜Okay, so just now Hey, Xiao Xing, your buddy, both of you same school so you all two go and decide So whether how you're going to do it you can exchange your WhatsApp or you can just there are few options. One is exchange WhatsApp, then you discuss. Next week we present. And then one you don't want to exchange WhatsApp, you do it on your own. Then on the actual day you can bring it in, and then the two of you can do during this chat group here. Okay. So take notes, culture. So give example for what is culture. Give me one example. So team B and C, then you can argue back why yours is better than that. Get it? Get idea now? That's the purpose. Then why you choose this? Why you think these three example is good? Then why is it? How do you use whether it's H1 or H2? If you are given a chance, which one will you choose to implement Singapore? So out of three, for example, culture. Okay, for food easy. Food, like say nasi lemak burger, nasi lemak, and then beef noodles, and one more is maybe guo tie. So maybe I will choose guo tie. I like guo tie a lot. So I choose guo tie. How can it be able to be hybrid? Get me now. Zhao Xuan. Guo tie 怎么可以 hybrid? Is it, can we make to halal or make to what? Or is it guo tie burger? Don't think that is ridiculous. Okay, come out something like that. Okay, so look through your textbook. Okay, so this one done already. I'll save it first before I forget. So your job is to do this homework. So next week we're going to go through. Now, before I bring on to Jialing's homework, okay, we have this 3M. Now, I think I explained before. Chelsea, did I explain this before to you? Can you still remember how I use? Yang Xiang, have you seen this picture before? No, right?
Yes, I was revising it just now because my SS test is on Tuesday.
SS test
Yeah, it's on healthcare. So
but you know this drawer, no? It was just nice
yeah, just nice. I saw it. I was revising this just now. Yeah.
No, do you see this picture? No, right?
No, not yet.
But this is a picture is very useful. But do you know how to use it?
It's like the different tiers and protection for like your help to pay your bills.
So
yeah.
explain to me, MediSave.
MediSave is a part of your CPF. So every week, every month when your salary come in, part of it will go into MediSave, and both you and your employer will contribute this money inside. So when you're met with an unfortunate accident and you need to pay, you need
no
to
need
pay,
accident also can.
anything. Yeah, that's like in terms of like your health, then you can use MediSave to pay.
Who can use who
Singapore citizens.
okay.
Yeah. And
MediShield?
If I think now it's called MediShield Life, right?
Yeah, there goes
Yeah.
MediShield Life, MediShield, still got MediShield.
Oh.
MediShield Life is for the person until bye-bye lah.
Yeah. Basically MediShield is it's like a different tiers of protection. MediShield is you use MediShield when your MediSave it's cannot lah. So MediShield is like insurance. Yeah, that's all. It's insurance. So basically it's like but I think I read like this part where even if you want to use insurance, you still have to pay a bit first before like the MediShield insurance they cover it for you. And it's like a yearly thing. I think you have to like pay every year to get this insurance, if I'm not wrong. Then if your money, your MediSave, your MediShield all cannot, then MediFund is the last one. It's like a safety net lah. It's like an endowment fund. Yeah, like a safety net. So it'll pay for you, I think.
You're speaking to a licensed insurance agent here. I was from AIA. I also from NTUC Income. I also from Manulife. I took my exam. So let me explain to you. You only got 50% correct. So just nice. Now, first of all, MediSave, write down. Okay, very simple. If you don't write down, it's fine. You can visit the video. Listen carefully. MediSave is only for Singaporeans who are working. So students, retiree, and housewife cannot. So for example, Yang Xiang, you get married, your wife is housewife. You can help to contribute for your wife. And you can buy MediShield for your wife, and your wife is under your care for MediShield. So children, next time your parents get old, let's say your mommy never worked in Singapore before, because you are her son, you can use MediSave to cover for her. Let's say she go for eye checkup for anything. Okay, don't say unfortunate lah. Okay, so MediSave is only used a certain portions. Now, MediSave, you see the drawer is different. Look at the drawer there. So only when the person is working, listen, then you will contribute about 12% or so, 8% to this MediSave. So if you are earning $100, you will go to the ordinary account, the special account, and MediSave account. MediSave is for H and S and B. Ready? H stands for hospitalization, S stands for surgical, and B stands for boarding. Boarding, that means 就是住在里面. Okay? H and S actually. Hospitalization and surgical. So MediSave is something that the money, they say the drawer is very small, right? Yang Xiang, correct? Right? So in order to prevent to save for a rainy day and make sure that there's enough cover, you go to MediShield. Now MediShield is, remember, it's like part of your MediSave and part of your shield. Okay? Now MediShield is like work with insurance company. So for example, your MediSave, that Mr. Peter is Singaporean, his medical bill is $10,000, okay? But he did not buy MediShield. He had to use the MediSave to pay $10,000. A lot, right? Right, Zhao Xuan, a lot, right? But he's very smart, right? He decided to buy an AIA policy from Jialing. So Jialing is an Asian insurance agent. So Jialing bought a policy for, he sold a policy to Mr. Peter. So Mr. Peter, to Mr. John. No, Peter is MediSave. Mr. John is now bought a MediShield, very smart. So Mr. John also got a $10,000 bill. Okay? Get it? But this time, because of insurance coverage, he can pay 50%. Example only, I'm giving an example. Usually it's 50-50. 50%, 5,000 from AIA. AIA will pay the bill. Then the other 5,000 for MediSave, right? He don't pay MediSave all. He can use 2,000 to pay for MediSave and 3,000 cash. 好用哦. So now you know MediShield, very important. So when you come out to work, guys, can I use the word, you die must really buy a MediShield, so that you not eat up this MediSave account. 明白吗? 明白吗? But 这个东西是，如果那个人没有生病的话就是白白还每个月。Sorry， 每一年你就还 AIA 那个 policy 还是 NTUC whatever Great Eastern Prudential，OK， 明白or AIA、XL、Manulife。So 这个保障就是说，你当那个人生病的时候，还是住在 hospital。For example, guys, you're all guys here. So your wife give birth, okay? You want your wife to stay in Gleneagles, okay? Private hospital, very high class, right? Very good, very expensive, 对吗 your bill come up, maybe normal delivery might be 10,000. So, but you did not buy a shield, you have to pay this MediSave. Sometimes the private hospital may not allow you to pay 10,000, no? They may allow you to pay 3,000. Get me now? 3,000 for MediSave, and that's 7,000 you have to come out cash. So 这么多钱咩? You pay 3,000 for MediSave, then 7,000 come out cash. This is where you're left 7,000 now. Zhao Xuan, lucky you buy a MediShield for your wife. Okay? So you come out maybe another 50% off. So the AIA pay 3,500, you only pay 3,500 cash. Yang Xiang, you understand now? So MediSave is just only the first layer of the safety net. This is the second layer of safety net. So usually for people like us, the 7 of us, we only use these two. Okay? MediFund is not for all of you to use. Listen, the last part you say is not correct, Yang Xiang. MediFunds are for people, take note, write down. 红头巾，你听过红头巾吗？你听过红头巾吗？杨想 ，The 3岁 woman， 妈姐，以前那些戴那个红色的那个帽子。
Yes, the one who go build the building.
Yeah, there are a lot in Singapore, but most of them are sorry to say they already gone now. But there are still a lot here. So these are the people last time got no MediSave, MediShield, right? 对不对？ But may I bow to all your parents? Thank you very much because you contribute your taxes, your CPF, I'm sorry, your income tax, your corporate tax, and your GST tax. All this money, children, 杨相，这些钱是给那些贫穷人，没有前面那2个 drawer 的。请问你杨相，你一个月可以赚这么多钱，你还要用到这里的钱吗？你说政府会给你这里的钱吗？不会吗？对吗？被困，赵学有 agree 了 ？Agree？ Jiang Ling, you agree? Xiao Xing, you agree? So take note now, MediFund is only for this what they call community hospital. 懂吗？就是说那些 auntie uncle 以前可能他们有儿女的 ，OK， they are single， 还是他儿女抛弃他们，住在老人院，还是住在一房一厅的。This is where the MediFund money will help them to defray the cost. To help them maybe 载他们去看医生，有一个 helper， 好像一个 ambulance 不是 ambulance， 一个 volunteer 来载他们去看医生things like that. Like what I did, Yang Xiang. Last year I did I brought this group of old people to go for kidney dialysis. Old people, but because their children are unemployed, not enough money because COVID, right? 政府就是用这里的钱了，明白吗？不要乱杨相。MediFund is not for us. It's only for those people who have financial assistance burden or financial assistance help. These are the MediFund who are giving people who have dried up their MediSave, their MediShield. Then the government will come out the money. 明白吗？杨想 ，Sorry， 现在是过年，我不要讲不吉利的话。其实没办法，为了上课，好像有一个人他 pass away。他不是要拿白金，你懂什么是白金吗 ？The reef money. Okay, for example, 那个人 pass away， then 我们就凑一点，那些 group of friends 就凑一点钱给他的家人渡过难关这样。Okay, so 记住MediFund is always for the poor people. MediFund is for people who do not have MediSave, MediShield. Okay, 记住 MediShield is for people who only work and people who are immediate family to you. They can use your MediSave. MediShield is like, you just remember the Iron Man, the shield. The shield is a double protection to defray your cost. So just take note, just take a good things like your wife are giving birth, okay? All right? And your wife also working, that's a good thing. Let's say your wife are working and you're working, and then the bill come out 10,000 because you want to stay in Gleneagles. But the best thing, if you stay in government hospital like KK Hospital, the bill might be only $5,000. Even your class A. It's very cheap. But this 5,000, of course, you can use your MediSave, MediShield. And the best part, your MediSave, you can use, let's say, example, your wife say, dear, 这是我们第4个孩子了，我们住 KK first, second, 2 Gleneagles 很贵，所以第4个孩子虽然有 baby bonus 所以赵轩哇很会生所以你就去 KK Hospital， then 你的老婆可以用她的 MediSave 你可以用你的 MediSave。then after that 他也是有买 MediShield 嘞。So come out 你可能只是还100-200块钱而已。Out of the $5,000 bill. That's the beauty of staying in a government hospital. But 感谢你，你生了4个孩子。那你说，那嘉玲就讲，这样我如果生4胞胎呢，怎么办呢？哇，嘉玲，哇，很会生，恭喜你杨香、贝坤、乔欣跟新珍，全部都会生2胞胎、3胞胎、4胞胎。They will have baby bonus for you. You will still can use MediSave and MediShield. Trust me, that's the beauty of it. This is how. You know about baby bonus 哦，小新，你看这个要定动嘞，这些全部都是我们的 taxpayer money 来的，不错哦，4大天王呢，4胞胎嘞，你上新闻了啊，悲棍，如果你能生6胞胎，我跟你讲，我一定抢镜头，我跑去你那边跟你抢镜头。Okay, so the reason why because of this last time they cannot have this. They only got restrict. So thank you Yang Xiang. You talk about MediShield Life, right? They also got CPF Life also. Don't complicate that one. You understand this 3 can already, huh? Now next, if you are still very blur, Yang Xiang, look here. I done a research for you already. You go to CPF, you go and type www.cpf.gov.sg, I think. Okay. You will come out, or you can type, Yang Xiang, you type the 3M. MediSave, MediShield, MediFund. Then you come out diagram. There is damn a lot of diagram to show you this. It will give you a better picture. Okay, this is the one. Very important. Okay? Okay? You see? To stay healthy for surgery, as I mentioned, right? Surgery and hospitalizations. Ask doctor to scan, also can ask for cadets, for old people. Now, better still, with Pioneer Generations card and Merdeka Generation card, they still get heavily subsidized. My mom go and see doctors, already 50% off from the government, another 50% off of Merdeka, Pioneer Generation, and then I don't know what off. From $100 bill, Yang Xiang, I only pay sometimes $20 or $10. And don't laugh at Yang Xiang. Got one time, I only need to pay a few $100s. I need to pay $80. It's quite cheap, right? $80. I don't even have money to pay. No. When I go with my mom, that was the time I was out of job. I was being retrenched. I don't even have money to pay for my HDB loans. Seriously, that bad. Okay, until I have to ask and write letter to defer the loan payment. And then when I asked my mom for money to pay the bills, you know how the receptionist look at me, the way he look at me, wow, 7-80块你还不了。So Yang Xiang, from then onward, I told myself, okay, 人是真的有时候你懂意思吗？贝棍，狗眼看人低，人不可貌相，什么水不可以斗量赵学帮我写一下，你就知道Okay, let's go to this one. I want you to share. What do you see? Can you read? Hey, Yang Xiang, come here right there. 嘉玲，我送8个字给你好吗 ？OK， 感谢、感激、感动、感恩啊。Cheers. Very good.我刚才不是有讲了赵璇他是一个大老板吗？3个 first 3 child 全部是 private 的Glen Eagles， you know Glen Eagles 很贵Mount Elizabeth Hospital 也是很贵你懂你懂这2个 hospital 很贵一天500块嘞，可能现在起价了，比那个 MBS 更贵。他们说press 一个 button for ask for Panadol 1块钱，这样我会去 pharmacy 买更好。But not sure whether the nurse pretty or not. Okay. Nurse pretty, I don't mind also. Nurse, I'm not feeling well. Nurse, I want to go toilet. Just kidding. Okay, done. If you are done, choose 5 keywords here. The first 5 keywords I choose are Jia Ling. Every time I told you many times already. when you read the background information, the 5 keywords, is there a pen for me to write? Okay. What the hell? Okay. Can you underline for me? I don't know what's wrong with my pen, cannot underline. In Chinese some more. Was it here? Sorry. Okay. Here. Okay. Okay, where's my pen? I'll draw. Okay. Okay, healthcare in Singapore, can I draw? Okay, can. So this one not count, it doesn't count. Okay, I write this one, universal healthcare. Take note, Jialing. Government subsidies, compulsory saving, private health. Okay, I will choose this. Okay, that's my 5 keywords to involve your maze. Jialing, ready? Clear? So I move on to the next one. Okay, this one, children, let's play a game. What is my answer to Jialing? Jialing, let me see my answer. I sent to Jialing. Jialing, my answer, I say that this maze is like, there is no proper planning for where to get healthcare. No proper planning. Okay, it's like a maze, no proper planning. There is no direction to indicate where to get help. Nobody is able to help. Ambiguity. Next is a maze is an indication to tell the healthcare that Singaporeans have difficulty to seek help. Hello, seek help. And to make claims, right, remember? So if the person injured or if the person hospitalized, how do I make the claims? Is there any directions to it? No. And next thing is that understanding the policy. Remember just now the policy I underlined? Okay. Government subsidy and compulsories there. Okay, and then universal healthcare. And then it says that private, you see. So some of them will choose cost sharing. So that is my answer to infer. Okay, 4 corners. Jialing, I forgot to tell you. 1 corner, I don't know why. 这边有没有东西的？没有哈。So 1, maze. 2, help anybody. So help, hello, anybody. So that means you all tell me healthcare very good, very friendly, supportive. When I ask for help, I'm lost. How come nobody tell me what to do, how to do it? Then here the system, remember the system? Now system right now, Jialing, is the type of policy. A policy that is ambiguity. You know what I mean? Sorry. You know what's the meaning of ambiguity, Jialing? Ambiguity.
Of what?
Ambiguity. Ambiguity 就是很模糊 vague, very vague. 记住VAGUE. Ambiguity 是 AMBUIGUITY. Ambiguity. Okay. Then the 4th corner, children, you see that here, Singapore healthcare. So this and then center here. That means the system itself is very complicated. Okay, you say that universal healthcare run a mixture of direct government subsidy compulsory. Yeah, but this maze itself tells me not very clear cut. Tell me how do I navigate to get the right things. Okay, you see, a cartoon published in the political activities website. That means it's going to mock the government, it's going to criticize the government, it's going to be sarcastic to the government's healthcare. Jialing, thank you. Chao Xing, tell me what do you see when you have this is your test. Yang Xiang and all of you take note. I want you to contribute, be fair.
I see that.
Jialing, take note because it's your essay. Wait, in order not to interrupt all of you, if I thumbs up means you better copy down, okay? Right, so easy. Look at my thumbs up. So not just Jialing, all of you right now also. Yang Xiang, especially you, Yang Xiang, look at my thumbs up. If I thumbs up means whatever Jialing or anyone say is a good point. Carry on, Xiao Xing.
Like the picture depicts a series of mazes where there is no clear path with the words Singapore healthcare system at the front of the maze. Then inside the maze, there is someone calling out for help, saying hello anybody. This shows that the publisher was trying to say that Singapore's healthcare system back in 2011 was not very
Start with E.
clear to the
Start with E. Start with E. Inside got F.
efficient.
Yeah, I will choose effective or efficient. Good, well done. Right now, Jia Ling. You see, Jia Ling. You see, my answer only limited. You see, now good, huh? You open up, got more answer. We share with one another. Very good. Qiao Xing, very good. Any more?
And that like people that are like trying to help, like receive help from the healthcare system, are unable to find their way around, and so that the
Stop. I like the way he said, unable to find a way around. Very good. Right down, Yang Xiang. Bei Kun and Zhao Xuan and Xing Chen, please write down also. Carry on.
so that the Singapore healthcare system, which was set up to try and help those people in need, are unable to achieve their original goal.
Sorry, last part I didn't hear you. It was a bit. One more time.
So the Singapore's healthcare system, which wanted to help out those in need, those who are unable to pay for the medical expenses or unable. It's way too confusing and too much of a hassle to go through.
Okay, sorry, the last part my Wi-Fi was like. Did you say it was too what? Hassle?
Too complicated and too much of a hassle.
Yeah, write down. Thanks. Because my Wi-Fi was lag just now. Too complicated, too hassles, and okay, good. Not clear on that. Okay, Bei Kun, what is the answer? Any more? Xiao Xing? No, okay.
No.
Thank you, sir. Bei Kun?
Like it shows like a maze, a complicated maze, which says that it's the Singapore healthcare system, and then there is the speech bubble of hello anybody. Like
You can use that when you say this, Bei Kun, you must say the bubble speech say hello anybody. This indicates that. This shows that something like that. Okay. This infer that, yes.
This infers that people are not sure how to reach the Singapore healthcare system.
Thank you. Write down, Jia Ling, frustrated 对吗？你 hello frustrated 真的是叫苦什么？叫苦连天对吗？赵璇，叫苦连天叫天天不应，叫地地不应，咱叫 Uncle Raymond Uncle 马上应。Okay, well done, well said, Bei Kun. Okay, any more?
And then it shows that the Singapore healthcare system is not very straightforward.
Awesome, I like that. 没有单刀直入哦。对 ，not straightforward， 不是单刀直入。哎呀，真是画蛇添足。Very good， 说得好。You see， 嘉玲 ，I didn't think of that straightforward 嘛。You do so many ways for what? One straight direction， 还讲那么多废话，跟那个讲到你的 policy 多好，骗人的啦你。Well said， 2个赞。还有吗？好，没有啊。杨香有灯。赵轩 ，if you cannot talk, never mind, you just type 吧。And then 星辰 please also contribute 星辰。
It's basically what I infer. So from this picture, I can infer that the Singapore healthcare system, it's very confusing, and back in
right now, very confusing. Good.
And because, well, I must say out the whole paragraph, right, using the format.
Up to you.
So I can infer that the Singapore healthcare system is very confusing. This is shown by the cartoon. As the picture is like shown like a maze, and a person is stuck somewhere in the maze saying hello, anybody.
Wait, I like that. Stuck there. When you are stuck in the healthcare system, you are frustrated. Well done. Good word to use. Stuck. Okay. Lost in direction. Good. Carry on.
So this shows that he's lost, and he doesn't know what to do. So this suggests that the Singapore healthcare system back in 2011, it wasn't very it wasn't very developed yet, I would say. Because people here and there, they are all getting lost. Yeah. So yeah, that's all.
They're at their wits' end. Thank you very much. Zhao Xuan. Okay, Xing Chen. Zhao Xuan is typing. Xing Chen, what about your answer? Xing Chen, what is your answer? So you must give two inference, Qiao Xing and all of you. And well done. In fact, all of you, Bei Kun, Zhao Xuan, Yang Xiang, and Qiao Xing, you all have been giving more than two evidence. So remember, if they ask you what does this source say, always give two inference. Okay, Xing Chen, what is your answer? Hello, Xing Chen, are you there? Do I need to repeat my questions? What is this picture about, Xing Chen? Jialing, what is your answer?
Can I say like it's like labyrinthine?
Say again, say again.
Labyrinthine.
Everything.
No, not labyrinthine, like LABYRINTHINE.
Oh, labyrinthine, yes, can. Why? Why you say that?
Because
Who
it's
give you
like,
this word?
huh?
Who give you this word?
My SS teacher.
Why is it labyrinthine? Yes.
Because it's like a maze-like structure. So it's each like so it's like a problem if you are stuck in the maze, then it's very hard to find the exit or the solution to it.
But a labyrinthine is something that you are not sure that you are labyrinthine. The words is LABYRINTH, right?
Yeah.
Okay, labyrinthines. Okay, I just Google it and say that it's a complicated network or passage or path in which it's difficult to find one ways. But it doesn't really further explain. You should say that the healthcare system is the labyrinth where it doesn't allow people to navigate to the right course. Write down the course, right course as in COURSE, not COST, the right course. 找不出那个方向. Now, labyrinth is also one way that irregular network, but sometimes there is a direction, there is a signal, there is a signboard to tell you to turn left and right. But this maze or labyrinth, labyrinth is where you do not have an exit. Okay, sorry, you have an entrance, but you do not have an exit. Were there a few exit for you or not? By this picture, it shows that there's an infinities maze where there's no exit. Get it? You get what I mean? The exit is where can you write down? Exit equal to write down, children. The exit is a solution. Hello, I go into the maze. I exit, right? Means I found the solution 嘛，对不对？赵学，我找到答案了，我出来了。好像那个奔跑吧兄弟，他们也是有这种玩游戏嘛，对不对？赵贝克你有看过哦，他也是有这个 maze 嘛。哇耶，我赢了，红组赢了，那个蓝组白组还在里面。鸡蛋那个塞在哪里？那有时他盖住眼睛啊，你转左转右啊打。So you see, you loss of the course of directions. You do not give a proper write down. Is there a proper step-by-step hierarchy or instructions? A procedure. That's a word. You see, Jialing, you see, once we discover, we have more and more words coming in. Is there a proper procedure to get out of the maze? Now, labyrinth is not only just that. You lose yourself in the labyrinth of little street. What you lost in the street, but you still are able to come out of the street, provided there are people guide you, provided there's a proper signboard, provided there is a compass, provided you backtrack where you lost from. You backtracking, okay? Can somebody WhatsApp call Xing Chen? I got no voice with you. Qiao Xing, can you read the Zhao Xuan answer for me? Then explain. Go.
I can infer that Singapore's healthcare system is not very effective and very confusing. This can be seen from the cartoon in source A, which shows a person lost in a maze, unable to find the exit to Singapore's healthcare system. This tells us that Singapore's healthcare system isn't fully functional and developed for Singaporeans' use. Therefore, Singapore's healthcare system is unproductive and confusing for Singaporeans.
Clap for you the way you pronounce and read the words, and clap for you, Zhao Xuan. Well done. Yes. Okay. It's not just confusing. It's very complicated to maneuver. I would prefer to use the word maneuver, and it's actually manipulating people's mind that I make it such a complicated system that you will not come and ask for it. It's just like, I purposely make it very tough so that next time you won't come and ask me for answer, come and ask me for help. 就是太极啊，你懂太极吗 ？Push away 啊 ，set 啊 ，OK。星辰 what is the answer? 星辰 are you there? 星辰 are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, so what is the answer?
Yeah. Can you ask the question again?
Can somebody tell him? Can somebody tell him what is the question? Jialing.
Like what is the source trying to say?
Right in front, there's only one picture. And you have heard all of them saying something. I'm not sure you didn't hear it or not. Right? So please pay attention. The source is right in front of you. So what can you infer from this source?
The source is saying that the Singapore's healthcare system is very convoluted and
What? What do you say?
it's saying that Singapore's healthcare system is very convoluted.
What does it mean? Tell the class. And how you spell the words. Type it and share with the class. Okay, carry on. It's very zigzag. Okay, that's okay. Carry on. Well said. Carry on.
And it's ineffective in helping people to get access to healthcare.
Sorry. What do you say again?
The Singapore's healthcare system is very convoluted and ineffective in helping people to understand it.
Carry on. Is that the word you're using?
It's convoluted.
Oh. C-O-N? True? T-R? This one?
No. It's the one I typed.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Carry on, please.
The source shows a maze depicting Singapore's healthcare system, and a person who is lost in the maze and is unable to find the exit.
Sorry, I'm coughing. I'm sorry, not your fault. Can you repeat again? I'm so sorry, I'm coughing just now.
The source shows a maze depicting Singapore's healthcare system and shows a person who is lost inside the maze and is unable to find the exit.
Very good. Any more?
This shows how difficult Singapore's healthcare system is to understand.
I
and
like
shows
that. I like that. Right now, this shows that Singapore's healthcare system is very difficult to understand. Yes. This show? Yes, Xing Chen, this show what? Hello, carry on. Huh? Hang already.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you say? This show what?
This shows that Singapore's healthcare system is very difficult to understand.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Convoluted means making an argument complex. I seldom use this word, so sorry about it. Yeah, you can use that for the arguments that is complex and difficult to use, which is not wrong. You can use that for that word, Jialing and the rest of you. Okay, a very bombastic word to use in that to make an argument to seems like it's very 好像怎么讲啊，弄到很夸张，弄到很 beyond very exaggerated, correct, exaggerated, a bit of out of the tune, but against this picture depicts that it is a system that is not able to fully understand. That's what Xing Chen say. Not able to comprehend, not able to be effective at what Qiao Xing say, and very confusing at what Zhao Xue is saying, and not able to follow as what Yang Xian say, and also Bei Kun also say that it's not easy to how to use it. So Jialing, got it now? Got a lot of words. You also learn a new word. I admit I seldom use that word, so I lost on that, to be honest. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Now, okay, so Jialing, thanks for your sharing with the source that you have with us. I think you make a very good, you learn a lot, Jialing, for all of us, and you also learn a very new bombastic word. Can write down that word, Bei Kun. All of you can write down that word. It's very good to use. Okay, Bei Kun, this is this one here. May I have your permissions to do it next weekend? Because I don't want my cough. I don't want to, and it might take another 10 more minutes or so. Okay. So next week we'll go through this one. Whoever have not finished, please hand in. I think some of you have not hand in yet. So I think Jialing have hand in. Zhao Xue also hand in, right? So next week we'll go through with Bei Kun's answer. All right. So I will stop here. So today we have learned quite